Welcome back to Shut Up and Listen. Later we have Princess Mia joining
I was
us.
like, it's the Princess Diaries.
The Queen is coming. To Girl Boss.
One of us is feeling jazzy this morning.
Hey, why not?
One of us isn't. Shocker.
If the sun's out, I'm out. I'm feeling like it's giving Mr. Rogers. You too can live out your dreams.
Don't we have black cat, golden retriever? Yeah, we haven't done one of these in a while. And I think,
well, we were trying to create a cool
yeah,
space.
I mean, there's like a lot going on.
Yeah,
we were feeling pretty burned out at the end of last year, and kind of just like took a little bit of a break from everything. I mean, obviously we're like still running.
Still have to do the
day-to-day,
but like I don't know, the jazz. the
jazz
YouTube.
was muted.
Yes.
And then as Kelly was saying, we're trying to create a new space to film our YouTubes that is like a studio space, and so we started rearranging our warehouse, aka the guest room. But the lighting is like pretty trash, and so we need to like figure all that out, and we want to get some like backdrop pieces and stuff. So we realized we're like, okay, if we wait for that to be done, we might not do a YouTube for like 6 months.
Yeah,
so we're back in the garage.
Hey, it's a great place to be. It's nice. We're in the outdoors. It's sunny.
Smell the fresh air.
The gardener stopped blowing. Oh,
no, he didn't.
There it is.
But yeah, it's this past week has been pretty tough.
Which is synonym for doozy. Yeah, it's been a tough one.
I mean, it's just been a tough, like, 4 years.
Yeah.
I mean, we're, like, pretty open about, like, the ups and downs of the business, but it's definitely been taking its toll on us, the past few months especially, and there's so many great things happening, and I don't want to take away from our successes and getting into our first store, and we found out this week that the last run of jerseys that we made are just like completely wrong. They were cut on the wrong side, or printed on the wrong side of the fabric. The sleeves were cut wrong. The sleeves are too short and too tight. The cuffs don't stretch. Like, literally almost everything about them is wrong. And we didn't find that out until we had them finished and delivered here. And then I went to try one on, and I was like, what the hell? Like, the sleeve was literally like up to here, and like a baby sleeve. And it's just like so frustrating because we didn't even want these jerseys were printed on accident. These jerseys have been a nightmare from the get-go. We didn't want them printed in the first place, but they basically accidentally got ordered, and then they've changed hands between 4 different printers. And there's just been like one thing after the next that we've had to like recut and reprint. But all of that being said, I take full responsibility for these jerseys being the way that they are, in the moment. These jerseys have literally been in the making for like 3 years, and we've learned so much along the way, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter like who touched them, like who did what. It's my responsibility to project manage our printers and the manufacturer and make sure that our product is delivered at the quality and our standards that we uphold for our brand. And I didn't do that, and we checked. There's like nothing we can do to salvage them. It'll cost us more money to try to fix them than to just like toss them. So there's literally nothing we can do. It's definitely the most expensive mistake I have ever made. But I also, like, I've obviously had some time to reflect on it, and it wasn't like I made one decision that, like, was a mistake decision and it led to this. Like, this has been multiple decisions and steps in the process that I thought I was doing the right thing. Like, I thought I was doing what was best for us to fix the jerseys in the first place and, like, get them into our inventory. And so, you know, I don't want to, like, try not to beat myself up too hard, because in the moment I thought I was doing the right thing. But I also trusted too many people to, like, care about our product as much as us. Yeah. So it's been a pretty shitty week for me. I just, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. There's nothing we can do, but I'm also just like, are we gonna make it? Like,
we're gonna make it.
So that's that. Running a business is fun.
Would not recommend. I mean, it's so much trial and error, and when you're coming up with, you know, an innovative way of doing things, you're coming up with a product that's not out there. It doesn't matter how many podcasts you listen to, videos, tutorials, like, you still have to figure all of this out for yourself, and, like, it's just a unique experience for everyone, and anyone who has started a business can, I'm sure, relate to some degree that it's hard. You don't always know what the right decision is, and it's hard to know how processes work until you get into it. And the amount of times that, you know, both of us have made mistakes in, you know, I'm more on the screen printing sides, but they happen all the time. And Paige making the note about no one cares as much about your product as you do is such an important lesson that we've learned. And it's not that we're very lucky to work with people that do care a lot about us and put in their best, but I get what you mean. Like, there's still things that they don't know. Like, they don't know, like, the level we're looking for, or things passing by, because they've got a bunch of projects they're managing. So it's just, and there are companies, though, we have worked with who could care less about, we are money to them. And so they're like, here's your stuff. And I'm like, this is not the right size. Yeah, this is not the right printing. And they're like, okay. I mean, so, you know, samples, checking in on everything.
Like, physical samples of literally everything.
Like, it is worth the extra money to pay for a sample and to see things. Like, we get mock-ups, and then we get the sample, and I've, like, gone in a couple times to, like, see the process. I'm like, I want to see what's going on here, because otherwise that's when mistakes happen, is when you take your eyes off of it. And I will say, it's really hard to get money back sometimes when those mistakes happen.
Yeah.
The ups and downs of running a business. Builds character.
I think I have enough character. You know, I am thankful.
Dude, the funniest people you know have been two things: ugly and poor.
Right now, I am both.
But people are like,
right,
you
I'm not
have to be ugly at one point in your life, or you're gonna not, like, be a good person. I really stand by that.
You gotta be poor.
Nothing humbles you
more than having $50 in your savings account.
Like, nothing builds a sense of humor like being poor and ugly. Obviously, we've had a glow up now. Our ugly faced was the solid. I was pretty ugly from, like, end of elementary school.
Even, like, sometimes there were pictures in college where I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, my style was very questionable.
But also the style back then, like, we didn't have social media, like Instagram wasn't really big until like my junior year of college. We were still posting pictures of on like Facebook. Well, yeah, that too. Camera. But like we were still posting. Yeah, oh yeah, we'd have the whole album from like one party. There'd be like 400 pictures from one night out, and they're all just like the same, like same angle, same people. But like no, it like even when I was in college, Instagram was still like we'd post a picture of like our pasta and be like, dinner, like
dinner with the girls.
Like I posted a picture of my feet after hiking, and they were like, there was like so much dirt that it looked like I was like 2 different skin colors, and I posted that on my Instagram, and that was socially acceptable.
Like, so, remember when you used to post like Facebook statuses like every day? Like that was your being like going for a hike.
Oh my
today.
God! Sometimes I'd post like 4 statuses a day. Who wants to go to the movies with me? An hour later, Katie's going to the movies with me. I'm like, God, girl, you're being a little hard to get. Don't fucking pull your...
I wasn't ugly in college. I think my gut like physically, my style was absolutely questionable. But I was very not cute for a lot of
elementary school,
middle school,
fluffy hair, braces,
and probably till like sophomore year of high school. Even after that, I started to look a little more like, oh, that is a girl. And then,
even in high school, I'm like, and I like dated some pretty like hot people in high school, and I'm like,
no, you had grown up since.
Wide boobs. That's the only thing.
No, I mean, we were.
But I also like I dyed my hair like 50 different colors. Like I feel like I had the side swept bangs that came down and across. But again, I recognize that's like the style of the time, and like the black eyeshadow like all the way around like.
But you had grown up, like you like we were pretty rough in middle school.
I don't think. I don't think my glow up started until post college. Like. I think after I graduated from college.
That's okay.
Like, I think that's when my glow up, like,
I think this is as good as it's gonna get.
And I've become comfortable. If anything, I've, like, downgraded. Like, I feel like I graduated college, and then I moved to Orange County, so I was, like, and I had, like, a good paying job, so it was, like, hair done. Nails done. I had fucking acrylics on, except Jess, our cousin, sent me a picture, and my acrylics were grown out. And they were this atrocious, like, mauve purple color. And I was like, I'm offended. My boyfriend at the time, I'm sorry, no wonder we broke up. I wouldn't put a ring on that either. I wouldn't put a ring on that either. But, like, I just feel like, I'm like, if anything, it was, like, Orange County, and it was, like, hair done, makeup done, like, heels, like, dressed to the nines, and, like, designer clothes. And then I, like... started this moved back to NorCal, started this business, and I'm like
full potato. I feel like we switched.
We did
a lot. Like
I was super girly.
Yeah, and I was super tomboy. We were way more towards the extremes though. You were like really super girly, and I was really like a tomboy. And then I was pretty tomboy until like high school. Like I wore like freaking
the big basketball shorts,
yeah,
fat etnies.
Yes, the etnies.
Didn't brush my hair.
Yeah,
no makeup,
which is cool. Like that was tried and true. Like that's what I liked back then. And then you were very like you had your little sparkly lace tops, the little pink tank tops everyone had. And you wore like your makeup, and you wore dangly earrings like every day, and you always had your nails done and makeup. And then it wasn't until like post college, I feel like is when you started to kind of switch to being a little more like, I don't know, edgy, I guess you'd call it.
Tomboyish.
Yeah. And then I was like, I like flowers. And now I'd like to have my nails painted, and I love makeup and being girly.
Being girly.
Being girly.
You can't take the girl out of the tomboy, but you can't take the tomboy out of the girl. Yeah, I like being girly. Honk.
Did you know I knew how to play the trumpet?
Have you ever make a dating account again? Like a Hinge?
Fun fact, I
play the trumpet. The guy's like, alright, let me hear it. Alright, get me a chair. If I had a video from that night, Kelly will
How can you love Jesus?
Kelly will never let me tell this story publicly.
Dude, no. We need a certain amount of...
Please.
No.
Please. You're literally talking about it now.
No, I'm talking about, like, everyone toots. But, like, not everyone does.
Not everyone honks.
Not everyone honks. We'll take a poll.
Come on, just let me tell a story.
If we hit 5,000 followers, I'll let you tell a story. So,
Okay,
we're gonna start.
tell your friends. This is the funniest story I've ever.
Why do I feel like I was falling back?
Tell your friends.
Okay, new
We
campaign. You know the girls that are like, I'll do this if I get 10,000 followers.
If we hit 5,000 followers, I get to tell the funniest story.
It's like, no, it's a tragedy. It's actually,
It's so funny.
Paige lost what could have been the leather.
Okay, as a little incentive for
This-
this story, I lost the
This
love of
story's
my
like-
life.
This story's actually insane. When I think about it, like, I'm always like, oh, it's funny. Then as we dive back into it, I'm like, oh my god.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's absurd. It's okay. Honestly, new campaign. No more sales. No more
5,000
followers. Paige,
I can tell the
honk
story. The honk story.
Oh god.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Tell your wife. Hide your kids.
Hide your kids.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, actually, I'd say at this point in time, going back to where we were starting to where we were, whatever. I'm going back to being girly versus tomboy.
Okay.
I actually feel like we're kind of 50-50 now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we're a little bit.
But that's literally why we made MCREY, because we were like,
We're in
hey, the
between.
industry is like either all super girly Monster Energy girls or super tomboys. Like, no
Yeah.
hate on either, but we just were like,
We're like, where's like the in between at? Because it's, you know, that's so cool for both. Like, you guys have your place, but what about us? You know, like, I'm not cool enough to hang out with you or you. We're the losers hanging out.
What about
what about us girly girls?
keep telling me where the losers hang out.
Lady Hot General.
I do want to go back to the like serious note for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like I feel like it's like hard to transition back to
Business.
serious after we were done. I want to say that I'm so thankful for you as my business partner, because like when I realized that like I made a huge mistake, like I don't know, I don't want to call it a mistake. I just like when I realized we're like throwing $15,000 of inventory in the trash and that we're literally gonna have no money in the MCREY like savings account in the next like 2 days, and I went to Kelly, like her first and only concern was just like me and making sure that I was okay, and you've been so positive in through all of this, and like because of Kelly being like, dude, we're gonna make it, we're gonna figure it out, like whatever we need to do, it has helped me get through this, I think, so much easier than, and it like hasn't been easy, but I can't imagine what it would have been like without you, and I think that that's just a testament again to our relationship and our business partnership and the power of finding a really strong business partner and just someone who compliments you in every way, because I definitely, you know, questioned my competence as a leader and as a CEO, and if like who am I to lead this company to success if I'm leading us into debt. And so it's been really tough on me, mentally, but that's where I'm at, mentally, emotionally and mentally, that I'm part of it. I'm just not good at, I'm not good at not being good at things, and I'm not used to not being good at things. I'm usually pretty good at everything that I do, and so, and if I'm not good at it, I don't do it, so that's true.
Fair.
so it's really made me question whether I'm the right person for this job, and who am I to like think that we can do this. But also, after reflecting, I realized, because I'm questioning those things about myself, I'm the perfect person for this job, along with my partner.
You speaking for your position, though.
Well, yeah, just for my position.
Yeah.
Like, I am the perfect person for this job because I'm questioning those things. Because if I wasn't questioning, like, my worth and my competence to lead after a crisis, then that show, well, hold on.
Well,
I think because I'm proud of myself for questioning myself, because it shows that I'm aware and willing to grow. If I wasn't questioning myself after something like this, I think that would be more concerning, because then that would show my arrogance and my unwillingness to grow and accept a failure, and learn from it and move forward. And so I'm trying to give myself credit that the fact that I'm even like diving into this and admitting to it and just wanting and ready to move forward says a lot about my leadership skills. Sorry, that was kind of like a jumble of thoughts, but I guess it's, I don't know, I'm still processing all of this, but I think also just a PSA for anyone else who's starting a business or chasing their dreams, that it's okay to question yourself, but you really shouldn't question yourself, but then also know that you're that does not define your, that one mistake or decision does not define your worth, and your skills as a leader and a CEO. Yeah, so we are
onward.
So Kelly, I got smashed by the boulder. Kelly took a shovel and peeled me up off the ground. We're not quitting. I literally could never imagine a day where we're
not doing this.
Hey, sorry, MCREY account closing. I don't know. Yeah, I literally can't imagine it. So I'm gonna go get my 17th job, and we're gonna figure it out. Please buy more shirts.
40% off.
Wait, what? Buy one, get one. Buy one, get one, same price. What? Yeah, we're gonna figure it out. Until next time, I bid you adieu.